Welcome to the Trojan Windup. I'm AJ Lawrence, and I'm going to give you the rundown on what went down during Week 15 of USC's baseball season. This was the final week of the Trojans' regular season, and they would host the Arizona State Sun Devils right here at Dato Field. USC was looking to move up to third place in the Pac-12 standings. On Friday night, Kyle Davis would get the start against the Sun Devils' Brett Lillick. It was a rough first inning for the Trojans, and after a leadoff triple, ASU would get its first run on a sac fly. But a couple of walks later, shortstop Colby Woodmansey would put one over the left field wall for a 3-run homer. Joey Bielek would follow with a home run of his own, and USC would end the first trailing 5-0. In the second, USC would get a run back via a very own long ball. It was Timmy Robinson's 5th home run of the season, and it cut the Sun Devils' lead to 5-1. Davis settled in after his shaky first, and in the fourth, USC kept chipping away at the lead. With one out, Jeremy Martinez, Robinson, and Dante Flores all walked to load the bases and to send Lillick to the dugout. Blake Lacey came to the plate with a chance to get USC back in the game. The next batter was David Oppenheim, and he walked to reload the bases. But A.J. Ramirez struck out on a 3-2 pitch to end the threat. After 2 more scoreless innings by Davis, Flores would lead off in the bottom of the 6th.
Jalapeno for you. Watch out!
That one's delivered. Deep right field and crushed and out of here. Number 5 for Dante Flores. Special delivery.
You said it. I'm asking for a delivery of carne asada nachos.
That solo shot made it 5-3, and it looked like a big USC comeback was in the making. But the USC bullpen couldn't hold down the ASU offense. The Trojans gave up 6 more runs in the final 3 innings, and USC would lose Game 1 11-3. Saturday afternoon, the Trojans saluted the military during a pre-game ceremony. They also wore camo hats during the game to honor those who had served. To start the game, the Trojans threw Kyle Toomey against ASU's Ryan Kellogg. And USC would get on the board in the bottom of the first. Garrett Stubbs drew a 1-out walk, then advanced to third on a single by Martinez, bringing up Robinson.
Wants to run at first. He stays put. It's a high pop to right field. Allen sets himself up. Very good base runner at third, so the throw to the plate. That allows the runner move up to second base. Interesting decision by Allen. That run was going to score no matter what. Martinez, by the way, read it like a book.
That gave USC a 1-0 lead. ASU was looking to tie things up in the third with runners on first and second, and Trevor Allen coming up.
1-2, pokes it to the right side off the glove of Martinez. It settles in front of Ramirez. They'll send the runner on around to the plate. The dive with the tag out at the plate.
Ramirez was able to gun down Jake Peavyhouse and keep the Sun Devils off the board. Toomey kept the game at 1-0 through 5, but in the 6th, the Sun Devils finally broke through. Bielek led off with his 2nd home run of the series, then a double and an infield single put runners at the corners with nobody out. Brent Wheatley came in to try and minimize the damage, and ASU would get 1 more run on a sacrifice fly, but that was all. And USC went to the bottom of the 6th, trailing just 2-1. And it wouldn't take long for the Trojans to respond. With 1 down in the bottom of the inning, it was Robinson again.
You know, keep them off balance. Belted deep left field. Peavyhouse going back. The leap. Goodbye.
It was Robinson's 2nd straight day with a homer, and that tied the game at 2. Flores came up next, looking for the extra bases of his own, but a spectacular play by Allen robbed him of the hit. Still, USC was not done. Lacey would pull the first pitch down the left field line for a double. Then David Oppenheim would follow with a single to center, and the Trojans had retaken the lead 3-2. The back and forth would continue in the 7th as the Sun Devils got another run to tie the game at 3. In the Trojans' half of the inning, a one-out single by Stubbs and walks to Martinez and Robinson would bring up Flores once again, looking for extra bases.
Line to center field. How long does it hold up? Not long enough, and a dive, and it gets by Seawald all the way to the wall. A merry-go-round on the base pads. 3-run score!
This time, he would not be robbed. Instead, he hit a bases-clearing triple to put USC ahead 6-3. One batter later, Oppenheim would bring home Flores, making it 7-3 after 7. ASU would get a solo home run from Allen in the 9th, but that was all, as USC evened the series with a 7-4 win. Sunday was Seniors Day, as the Trojans bid farewell to Omar Carta-Luzada, Angelo Labruno, Flores, and Stubbs. The game opened with Mitch Hart on the mound for USC against Seth Martinez. After a scoreless first, ASU strung together a pair of singles and a sacrifice fly to take a 1-0 lead in the top of the 2nd. In the 3rd, it was deja vu, as 2 more singles and a sac fly brought in another run for the Sun Devils. USC trailed 2-0, and Tyler Gilbert would come in to relieve Hart. In the 4th, USC got a run back.
Bouncing ball to the right side. Instead of a shot at a double play, that's a run. It wouldn't have been a double play. It's a slow roller.
With runners on 2nd and 3rd, Flores hit a ground ball to score Martinez. That cut the Sun Devils' lead to 2-1. After 2 quick outs in the 5th, the Trojans got a 2-out rally going with a single by Ramirez and a walk by Reggie Southall. That brought up Bobby Stahl.
Belts that one deep left field. Peavy House looks up. Goodbye!
That was Stahl's 4th home run of the year. And just like that, USC led 4-2. In the 6th, though, ASU would strike back. 3 singles would bring in 1 run, then a walk would load the bases with 2 down. Brooks Kriske relieved Gilbert, and he had to face R.J. Ibarra.
Runners on the move. It's a breaking ball. Outside corner, got him looking. Now Ibarra's hot as he walks away.
That huge strikeout kept the lead for the Trojans 4-3. In the bottom of the 7th, the Trojans' offense would get back to work. Stahl singled and Stubbs reached on a bunt. After a Martinez sacrifice, Robinson was intentionally walked to get to Flores.
Probably too big of a hurdle. My partner says certainly too big of a hurdle.
Say with all due respect to
that means you could say anything. Hey,
that they have had.
That single knocked in 1 and kept the bases loaded. 1 out later, Oppenheim drew a walk to force in another run, making the USC lead 6-3. In the 9th, the Sun Devils still had some fight left in them. A pair of singles to start the innings brought up the tying run with nobody out. Mark Huberman struck out Ibarra, and then Severo hit a grounder to 3rd. It looked like a game-ending double play, but Severo beat out the throw to 1st, keeping ASU's hopes alive. And Jordan Uboites gave it his best shot.
Fly ball well struck into left center field. Run down with a diving effort. What a play! What a play by Stahl! What a way to end the season!
Stahl made an insane diving catch to save the game. It was a fitting end to a fantastic season for Stahl and the Trojans. USC won the game 6-3, ending up with a record of 37-19 this season. That's the most wins in a season for the Trojans since 2005. They also went 18-12 in conference play. It's good for a tie for 3rd place. So what's next? The number 15 Trojans earned a number 2 spot in the UC Santa Barbara NCAA Regional. USC faces the number 3 seed Virginia at 3 p.m. this Friday at Storm Stadium in Lake Elsinore, California. If you can't be there, the ESPN family of networks will be broadcasting the Trojan star power, so check your local listings. Thanks for watching the Trojan Windup. I'm AJ Lawrence, and you can catch us here every week. Fight on.